Hello! In the following, I would like to present to you some of the particular functions of the International Bureau of WIPO. So if you ever wondered what it is that we do here at the International Bureau, I would like to explain to you a little bit what are some of the more general functions that we perform, and then what specific functions we have vis-à-vis particular international applications that have been filed under the PCT. In terms of the more general functions, we are really the Secretariat for the PCT Treaty and the regulations. And this brings with it an obligation for us to be sort of the international coordinators of the PCT system. By this I mean that we are organizing meetings with our member states, the PCT General Assembly, the working group of the PCT, and other meetings, for instance, also of our international authorities, ISAs and IPAs, International Searching Authorities, and International Preliminary Examining Authorities. We come together, we discuss current problems in the PCT system, ways to improve the PCT system. We suggest rule changes to the PCT regulations, which hopefully eventually will be adopted by the member states in the PCT Assembly. So apart from this coordination role, we offer a lot of assistance to our contracting states. This starts already at the time when a new country joins the PCT. We try to help them to implement the PCT requirements and provisions into their national law, but also on a more practical level, we try to help them to set up functioning internal procedures to deal with incoming PCT applications, either as a receiving office or, and obviously also both, as a designated office. But it doesn't stop at the time of when a country joins the PCT. We also try to continue to offer help on an ongoing basis and to give advice on anything concerning the provisions of the PCT or the functioning of the PCT. In particular also in cases where a particular international application encounters certain legal problems, we try to advise the participating offices on how to resolve these issues. We offer a lot of training to offices participating in the PCT system, namely to receiving offices and to designated offices. Another very important function that we perform here at the International Bureau is that we feel in charge of disseminating as much information as we can about the PCT system. So we do this mostly by our presence on our PCT internet site, on the PCT resources website on the internet. And there you find a source or many sources of information about the PCT, namely the PCT Applicants Guide with lots of detailed information about all our contracting states. We have a monthly publication there called the PCT Newsletter. We publish weekly our official notices with general legal information about the PCT system. And we do try to stay in touch with our users, our frequent visitors of our website through listserv of messages which warn them that maybe some new information is now available on our website, which is worth checking out. We also offer a lot of training, not only to offices, but also to PCT users. So PCT applicants, PCT agents, representative of the applicants. So we offer PCT seminars and PCT webinars on an ongoing basis. Now, apart from these general functions, we also perform very specific functions in respect of international applications which are filed under the PCT system. So first of all, we are a receiving office here at the International Bureau that is actually competent for applications filed by any national or resident of any of our PCT contracting states. But even if we're not the receiving office, we do get copies of each and every international application that has been submitted. We get a copy that we call the record copy. Now, first of all, we're supposed to keep that record copy for at least 30 years, but we don't just put it in a file. We're actually also supposed to take a very close look at each and every of those applications and do what we call a second formality check on all of them, with the aim of detecting any formality defects that might have been overlooked by the receiving office with which that particular application was filed. We're also under the treaty obliged to publish all international applications promptly after 18 months from the priority date. And we do that today by making those applications publicly available on our website called Patent Scope, where you find the details of the published international applications. We're the recipients and we need to process any Article 19 amendments which are filed by the applicant after receipt of the search report, and we would go ahead and then also publish these Article 19 amendments. In general, we are often and regularly communicating both with the applicant and with any participating office in the PCT system. So we're sending out many forms to applicants, to offices, and we are in charge of continuing this type of communication with all parties involved. Another particular function that we perform is that we're the office that will record any changes under Rule 92 bis. Under Rule 92 bis, you can record certain changes of the bibliographical data concerning your international application, and we're the ones recording those changes. We are also in charge of handling any request for supplementary international search. Handling for us means that we receive them, we check whether the fees have been paid, we do a formality check, and then we forward it on to the ISA that will do the actual supplementary search. We also perform a second formality check on any demands which have been filed with international preliminary examining authorities under the Chapter 2 procedure. And there's also quite a bit of translation work that we do here at the International Bureau. For instance, we translate the titles and the abstracts of all international applications into English and French, if of course the filing language has not been one of those two languages. And if an application is filed in another language than English, we would also translate the international search report into English and also the international preliminary report on patentability, both under Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, into English if it's not already established in English from the beginning. So I was hopefully able to give you a little bit of an impression of what it is that we do here at the International Bureau. We feel really genuinely responsible for the overall well-being of the PCT system. And we try as much as we can to offer training and advice to all parties involved. So the offices, but also the PCT users and also the general public.